I'm writing this after returning home with everything that happened to me today. I got stood up. Actually, it's not the first time they do it, but it's the first time someone I don't know does it. First of all, let me explain what happened. I'm a person who hardly goes out and knows very few people in my city, so I only have online friends. In general, that's why I'm always watching my cell phone. I talk a lot with friends that live in neighboring states, but no one that I know in person, so I decided to look for friends where I live. After a lot of searching, I found an application to look for friends where I was very active because I was very free. One of the guys I met was just the one in the story, but he was very reluctant to invite me somewhere. He asked me if we could go out somewhere a couple of days after talking. For someone who doesn't like to leave his house like me, it was a non-negotiable, so I turned him down since it was a short notice. Then, while I had my head stuck in rehearsals for midterms, he asked me again to go out. The problem is that with the arrival of the evaluation season in a couple of days, I couldn't say yes, so I turned him down. Maybe when I'm free. In a week and a half, I was already free, so I thought I could go out. But a hurricane came to my city that left me without electricity and without being able to go out for 2 weeks. When I regained stability, I was able to have control over my task. But a couple of days later, I was taken to the emergency room and hospitalized for days in the middle of second period exam season. I got out a few days later, but my arms had a lot of bruises and it was hard to move my wrists. It's not really like anything bad was done to me. Only my veins are very thin and are hidden, so a doctor leaving me bruises or complication to move my arms or wrists is normal. With all this, I had to use my arms as much as I could to turn in my homework and essays due from the hospital. I couldn't rest. On top of that, I had to hand in an 80 pages dissertation that a professor gave us an evaluation, which was absurd since that is a form of graduation from the university. I spent 2 weeks isolated from the world without going to school and only handing in assignments. In the end, out of desperation of my other classmates, the professor took the thesis away, so I worked a little for nothing. At least I was able to save a little bit and reduced the 15 pages I had in 8, and I delivered it as an essay in another evaluation. Now I'm free. Today, Sunday, November 19. I went to a coffee shop to meet the untimely guy. He asked me if I was free for a third time. I honestly didn't want to go out because of laziness, but I didn't want to turn him down a third time and have him think it was with bad intentions, so I accepted. I was late, but it didn't matter, since the guy had just left too, as he told me, and since the place closed at 3 o'clock, it was okay. I arrived at the place at 1:45 in the afternoon, but I didn't see the guy. He told me by message that he was in the area. But I understood him because I also got lost several minutes while I was looking for the place, and I know the area. After about 10-15 minutes, he didn't arrive, so I went in to order a taro frappe to be waiting since I had not eaten anything yet. Time went by and it was already 2:10 and I thought I was definitely stood up. I sent him a last message that he read right away and left on hold, and the next ones didn't arrive. I remember that at that moment I was talking to Mario by message, tell him that I had definitely been stood up, even though I wasn't upset. I was already used to being stood up. A person I was dating would fall asleep all the time. Although there was one time I had a party, but no one came. So this point, something like that wasn't so bad. Being already 2:20, I decided to look at the menu to see what was for the breakfast, and I ordered a torta of chilaquiles, since honestly it is a dish that I never expected to find where I live. The seat in front of me was empty the whole time. I was there, but I didn't feel lonely. There was even someone with me on the message. I took a picture of the chilaquiles torta and ate it. It doesn't taste too bad for a tortilla torta with salsa, so I'm surprised. I told Mario that honestly I felt happier to go out alone and hang out like this than if the guy had come along. Also, I found a good story to tell, or at least I think so. I hope you like it.